on Iwtv News.
Carving out a new start, the winningest men's soccer coach in school history kicking it back home. Those magnificent men in their flying machines, defying gravity in the arena. First place on the line for the women's softball team. Big Blue a hit at home. Regional champions. So what else is new for the Reaver women's golf team?
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. Now I guess it was just a question of time. I mean, some head coaches come here to get their experience and bang, bye-bye. But even so, when it happens, it's still somewhat of a surprise because you get to know these people on a personal and, of course, more so a professional level. And so it goes for Jordan Carver. His wonderful wife, Colette, who works here, everybody knows her and loves her, has gotten a wonderful opportunity at the University of Utah. And so the Carvers and their wonderful 3 beautiful little children are set to leave Reaver country.
Vamos Rivers!
Yalla Rivers!
Vamos Rivers!
Vamos Rivers!
Hi Rivers!
Hi Rivers!
Sida Rivers!
Vamos Rivers!
Vamos Rivers!
Go Rivers!
Go Rivers!
Ring a bell, and the bell ringer.
No, he's high.
Oh.
Jordan Carver, after a decade circling the wagons, is moving on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think as a person who is pretty optimistic with life, I always, you know, thought something would happen down the road, whether it was me finding a new job or, you know, or my wife finding a new job, or both of us finding a new job.
And what a job Coach Carver leaves behind. The native of Utah guides the Reavers to nationals 6 times in 10 years. Iowa Western, of course, wins it all in 2013.
Iowa Western wins.
It's been a decade, and that's something that I can't, you know, believe, because my very first year in 2008 as an assistant coach, I remember vividly telling one of the guys, if I'm here more than 5 years, I've not done something right, you know. I was a very naive head coach. I remember feeling very scared taking the job. Lee Wiedemann, I was actually recruiting in England, and he was there when I got the call about taking over the men's program. And I told Lee, I was like, Lee, like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. And he's like, Coach, you'll be fine, you're great.
What's hurting us as well as you two?
It definitely was naive. You know, I didn't realize how much more professional I needed to become. We're now getting to a point where I feel like as a coach, culturally, we're a lot more positive about the experience, and we're holding kids accountable for their actions, you know, better now than I did in the past.
Win today, back on top of everyone. Nothing steps now, nothing.
I look at the seasons that we weren't very good.
1, 2, 3,
And we, you know, as a team, were just, something was missing, and we achieved greater results, and you know, those are the ones that you secretly celebrate. But I think clearly, like, the best moment was when, you know, Brad Sylvie and the women's soccer team win a national championship, and then we were fortunate enough to win our national championship. For me at Iowa Western, I sort of went through the phases of life here. You know, I met my wife here, Colette, and you know, we had our children here, and then, you know, we just sort of matured as a family. I've never contemplated, you know, how I really want to be remembered. I think, you know, every day we just put an honest foot forward of just hard work, being diligent, being loyal, being faithful to, you know, what Iowa Western has given us.
Let's put our mark on the game.
I just want it to be that Coach Carver put out, you know, his best effort every day, and was honest and was relationship based with people, and you know, really wanted the best and out of every individual, and wanted them to succeed in achieving their goals.
He has achieved many goals, and first as a player, then as an assistant, and for the last 10 years as the head coach. Now, after a decade circling the wagons,
You guys are awesome. really enjoyed.
Jordan Carver's headed west. The 37-year-old leaves behind a trail of trophies and memories, and those memories will never be forgotten. No, they won't. Now, talk about carving out somewhat of a legacy, then check this out. Former player, then assistant, hangs around for 10 years, leads Iowa Western to numerous regional titles, 6 national tournaments, and of course that national championship back in 13. Now remember, that club went 25-0, numerous clean sheets, and so on. Not a bad overall record, huh? So Jordan Carver bows out on top. Next stop, a stay-at-home dad? Why not in his home state? As always, a national search is on for Coach Carver's successor. How about a home hit parade at the complex? It's contagious. But next up, defying gravity in Reaver Arena. Manning the controls when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
The Dr. John and Jean Marshall Wellness Center, opening summer of 2019, Iowa Western.
This is really cool. My son's into it. He can fly anything, or he can figure it out just like that. They were doing just that in Reaver Country. Time for the anti-gravity games. And here to take us off for one of the last few times, I'm sorry, is IWTV student Kaylee Can't Miss Kleineff.
I'm just here to support my friends and spectate and see how this all goes down so I can do it next year.
Iowa Western hosts the High School Anti-Gravity Games contest in Canesville Arena. High schoolers from around the area build their very own drone to fly through an obstacle to try and win first place.
Basically, I'm in a class where we do engineering stuff, and it's called Intro to Engineering Design. It's run by Project Lead the Way, and what it is really is we had to design and come with our groups, and we made a bunch of different designs on drones, and from that we combined them all to a group, and we were chosen to be here today because one of our drones was one of the best ones in the class, so they put us into this program where we'd come here and compete because we've been doing it for the past 4 years.
The experience has been really great. It's been fun to watch the kids see their hard work be put forth today. It's been exciting to see when they've gotten disappointed that they've had to step aside, re-examine, look at what's gone wrong and kind of how they need to fix it. But it's just been fun to watch them come together as a team and figure out what to do next to make it right. I didn't know very much about all of the drones and how they all work and what all they've actually been doing at school as a team. So it's been kind of fun for me to see just how hard they've actually been working and what all they've learned as individuals and how they've put that experience and education together as a team.
It's been fun. It's my first year doing this, so I really enjoy it. And I just really enjoy seeing all this neat stuff out here and watching all the different drones and all the designs that people have made and just having some fun.
Although flying took place most of the day, lunch was served for guests to enjoy from food vendors from Mosaic Pickle and Big Green Q. They served anything from chips and burgers to loaded nachos. The hallway also had booths set up with educational lessons about engineering and how students could begin to get involved with Iowa Western.
And everybody seemed to be very open, very interested in what we were doing, especially the Google table, then our tables as students, a couple other tables behind us that are been really popular. So I'm glad that was the case. I mean, on the whole, it's been a great experience.
For your IWTV News, I'm Keely Kleineff.
Thanks, Kaylee. Now, so you say you're a writer, huh? You can just sit down and pour out a paper just like that. Okay, Ernest Hemingway, try this on for size. Here's IWTV student for one of the last times. Maradani does everything well. Gotta see ya.
Iowa Western Student Support organizes a creative writing competition for its students.
This week is Self-Care Week for our students. We decided to incorporate a creative writing competition as a way for them to have an outlet. You know, when you talk about self-care, there are a variety of ways that you can engage in that. For some folks, it's going on a run. For others, it's reading. For some, it's writing.
Faculty and staff members will judge this writing competition.
We have not given them any criteria to grade against because, you know, this isn't an assignment. It's really free-form writing.
First place wins a $50 gift card and $40 for the second place, all for a self-care related activity.
So if they want a gift card to a massage, cool, we'll get you a gift card to a massage. If they want a gift card to Barnes & Noble's because they need some new books or something, we can do that.
The winners will be announced during the event Talk Saves Lives on May 2nd at the Arts Center. With your IWTV News, I'm Maridani Garcia.
Thanks, Maradani. On par for another championship, the women's golf team kicking butt and taking names out on the course. Top 10 and moving on up. So what else is new for the baseball team after the break?
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Drop that baby.
The softball team's had a grueling season. Why, with the rotten weather, it hasn't been easy, to say the least. You want to make it all better? Make it worthwhile? Quite simply, win the conference tournament and go to nationals. Now, of course, that's the goal each and every season. The stretch run starts now.
Lily Gregory. Allison O'Toole.
Sophomore Day, The Reavers back at the complex for the first of two against Marshalltown. First inning, Cassidy Beebe drops one in. Sydney Reamer, who walked, comes flying around 1-0 Big Blue. In the second, Carly Benish singles to right. Not one, but 2 runs score, and it's 3-0. Tyler Lee sends one through the left side. It should read 6-0 Reavers after 2. Meanwhile, in the circle, Julie Katz mowing them down with some help from her friends, Tyler Lee, in time. Now, the home team bags out 10 hits. Lily Gregory slices one to left, can't make the play. Benish, who walked, comes around 8-0 Iowa Western through 6. Julie Katz strikes out 10, fires a no-hitter. The Reavers blank the Tigers 8-0.
I mean, I'm more thankful that my teammates backed me up. Like, there were a couple that I line drive to shortstop, pop fly to Sid. Like, they really backed me up today.
We threw a lot of screwballs today. That's usually her dominant pitch. We threw some changeups in there, a few curveballs, a couple rises that they were chasing. She never has bad outings, I don't feel. She's very good. That's something that our team has looked up to her, honestly, the whole year. She steps in the circle. We know that she has command.
We've been struggling the last few weeks, and we played a lot of really good teams, a lot of really good softball, but it just hasn't gone our way. So it's nice to get one. You got to keep reminding them we're still at the top of the conference right now, even though we designed our schedule to be brutal this year, and it's unforgiving and it's unrelenting. But hopefully it gets us ready for the postseason.
The Reavers snap that 4-game losing skid in a big way. Next up, Game 2. Iowa Western explodes at the plate. First inning, Ayo. Allison O'Driscoll punches one to right, and the route is on. A couple come on in, 5-0 after 1. In the second, Cassidy Beebe pokes one over the bag, 6-0. Alyssa Maldonado Soto then up the box, another 5-run inning, 10-0 after 2. The wrestling team witnessing a majority decision. Everybody hits. Third inning, Allison Arndt, one of her 2, and it's 11-0. Logan Brown, one of her 3 hits, 14-0 after 3. Iowa Western, 19 hits overall. The Reavers make mincemeat of M-Town in 5 innings, 19-0.
Yeah, absolutely. When you do the little things right, you can win a lot of softball games, and fortunately for us, we did a lot of little things right.
We've been working on hitting a lot over the past 3 weeks and all year, really, but I think we're patient at the plate, drove pitches that we need to drive, and we capitalize on it.
Coach just gave us a goal that game and told us the adjustments we have to make, and it worked. It's amazing to see us get after it.
What'd they eat today?
I don't know, but we need more of it. We've kind of had a rough stretch here recently, so it was nice to see them come ready to go today.
Good job. Big Blue ready the next day. Iowa Western sticks it to Southwestern 10-2 and 11-3. Now, after losing 4 straight, all hugs, the Reavers win 4 in a row. Next up at Indian Hills. And then there's the baseball team. Like the women, finding its way, gearing up for the stretch run as well, starting with some Lakers. 10th-ranked Iowa Western makes the pitch against Iowa Lakes. Second inning, Garrett Olson slaps one to right center. Now the freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, legs it to second for a double. And then later, Siler Melvin whoops right by him. Olson scores 1-0 home team. Now on the hill, Jacob Gilbert, sending them back to the lake, strikes out 8, gives up just 3 hits. The right-hander throwing ground balls, short to first. Now all eyes on the 6th inning. Siler Melvin, one of his 2 hits the other way, 2 come around, and it's 5-0. Hits the dirt. And then Jaden Rolfs belts a bingle to left. The Reavers just 7 hits overall, and it's 6-0. A 5-run inning. Iowa Western runs down the Lakers 8-0.
Working really well. I just wanted to get out in front early and make them swing their bats and use my defense as much as possible.
I took a fastball early that I probably should have swung at, and then he just didn't throw it over the plate, and I just fought until I got a good pitch and just smacked it through the hole.
Iowa Western wins its 6th straight game and make that 22-2 at home. Then comes round 2. Now Greg Bennett with his only hit in the 2nd inning, later scores on a ground out. Then in the 3rd, Ross Indelkoffer hits it where he ain't, make that 2-0 home team. 4th inning, Colin Kasperbauer, one of his 2 hits, knocks in 2 runs, and it's 3-0 Reavers. Alex Furston goes 3 innings, gives up just 3 hits. How about this? 5, 4, 3, double play. Now, 4 pitchers combined on a 4-hitter, 9 strikeouts as Iowa Western KOs Iowa Lakes again, 3-0.
Man, the scary part is we're not even close to clicking yet, you know, and that's great to say, but it's also scary to say because you may not click. It's so much easier to hit when a guy is 86 to 92. I mean, it's just reaction. The ball's getting to you. When it's 81 or less, like what we saw all day today, like you got to wait, and guys can't.
I was in there looking for fastballs. We struggled at the plate today, so I mean, I was just looking to see anything I could hit, and I put a couple good at-bats together.
You go into games thinking or knowing you're going to win?
We have a pretty good idea that if we play our game, we'll win. But of course, we play the game on the field and not on paper for a reason.
We're better than that. We're better, and that's just what we got to keep doing. I always let them know the honesty doesn't mean that I'm breaking you down. The honesty is just being there for you, and that I care so much that I'm not going to lie to you and tell you everything's going to be okay. We have to go make it okay.
It looks okay when your team is 36-5, ranked 10th in the country and moving up fast. But this is not just another team. It's Iowa Western. Amen to that. Next up, a big series with the Tigers. Now, the Reavers are 3-0 against Marshalltown with 4 and somewhat change to go. Here's IWTV student Adam Ireland.
Reavers kicking off a 4-game series with the Tigers in Marshalltown. Bottom of the 2nd, Ross Indelkoffer grounds one to the right side. Isaiah Peterson, who tripled, scores. 1-0 Big Blue. Later that inning, Aaron Gerdes skies to center. Greg Bennett tags and scores. Iowa Western up 2-0 after 2. Home team comes out hungry in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bennett with his only hit of the game. Peterson comes home. IW up 3-0. The Reavers 10 hits overall. Caleb Balgard with 2 of them. Cranks this one to deep left. Cooper Bowman and Gerdes comes around and the route is on. The visitors 3 errors. Rolls to 3rd. Bad throw. Balgard scores. Big Blue up 7-0. Ronald Sweeney goes the other way. Rolf scores. Sweeney legs it to 3rd for a stand-up triple. Braden McLaughlin runs his record to 7-0. The big right-hander 12 strikeouts. Reavers KO Marshalltown 10-0. Round 2, 20 minutes later, 1st inning. Jaden Rolfe grounds out short, but Cooper Bowman comes in. IW draws first blood. IW up 1-0. Stays that way to the 3rd. Caleb Balgard with a single up the middle. Bowman comes around. Makes it 2-0 Big Blue. We move to the 4th inning, same score. Balgard with a sacrifice fly to right field. Bowman scores his 2nd run of the game. Iowa Western grabs a 4-0 lead. The Tigers come roaring back. Top of the 5th, Elijah Bergeron with a base hit. Couple come around, and the lead has been cut in half. The visitors take a 5-4 lead into the 7th. Tyler Coleman knocks in run number 6. Marshalltown comes back to outscore Iowa Western's 6-4. For IWTV Sports, I'm Adam Ireland.
Thanks, Adam. Regional champs again. And how? Well, we'll tell you how. on the other side.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
I mean, they were only up by 17 with 36 to go. So how does the Iowa Western women's golf team finish? Well, your guess is as good as mine. That's right, regional champs again. For what, like the 9th, 10th time in a row? That's it. Once again coming in well under par. Lisa Lead here, teeing off in round 3. Now the sophomore from Norway finishes as the regional runner-up, a young woman from Southwest, the top medalist. Cassie Vest here, leading the charge in the final round, finishes 10th. 40-degree temperatures greet the women on Saturday, so the round cut short. They play just 9 holes, and in the end, the Reavers bring home the plaque again. Iowa Western wins the Region 11 championship by a whopping 55 strokes. 55 strokes. Iowa Lakes a way distant second.
After the second round, I was kind of concerned. Iowa Lakes shot their team record by 18 strokes, but we still increased by 1 stroke that day. So having said that, I was pretty confident going into this. But it wasn't about how much we were going to beat the other teams, but how much our women I wanted to improve. We are peaking at the right time. The last 4 or 5 rounds were right where I want to be, right around the 320 mark. I think we can maybe get down to the 313, and really that comes down to putting and chipping around the greens.
Next up for the regional champs, the women's NJCAA National Championship Tournament. And the place? Try at LPGA International in Daytona Beach, Florida. The 4-round event tees off Monday, May 13th and runs through Thursday, May 16th. So good luck, ladies. And what's that saying? Champions do play in Reaver Country. All right. Show me another JUCO that wins consistently across the board, and you fill in the blank. And so, for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.